if there's 2 times in my life that has been, the best times in my life, it's when I won in 08 in Philly and, 13 here in Boston. So to get that opportunity, to have, and to be looked at as a guy who can come in and to be a part of that, and having this happen to me, once already in 2012, going from Philly to LA, once again, going back to that West Coast. It's one of those things that, hey, I'm going to bring what I am. I'm going to try to be the best player. I think more importantly, as I told you guys here, is staying healthy, and continuing what I've been doing, and continue that effort and making sure that I stay healthy the rest of the way. And the Angels are taking a big risk. I mean, they're hoping, and only going by, obviously we just played there, so they obviously see how I played, and how I was running. And also, trusting in our medical staff and giving them information, or even the front office when this, discussions are made that, yeah, he feels good, he's ready to go. So those are the kind of things that, I look forward to going, to obviously to Anaheim, and getting an opportunity to make a postseason run. And, I wish nothing but the best for the guys here. That's the toughest part, man, I never thought, it would come out, but, honestly, people doubted me in 2012, and the Red Sox gave me a chance. And to win a World Series, it's one of those things, I have much respect for, John Henry, Larry Aquino, Tom, and, again, Ben, John, more importantly, my teammates. I mean, I'm going to miss them, I think that's the toughest part, is understanding coming to wits now, at this end of this conference that, I'm going to miss these guys. But, I get to go to a place, I guess, to watch, some pretty good players. I got that opportunity to play against them, as I said, a few weeks ago in Anaheim. And, so I said, I look forward to watching, a guy like Mike Trout, Albert Pujols, and get to be, playing against him all years. Guys like that, and again, making, getting that opportunity. But, more importantly, I thank the Red Sox for giving me that chance.
Shane, I know you didn't. You all right?
Yep.
You've been around us long enough to know this was possible. Were you? How surprised were you when they called you in today?
You try to deny it. You try to overlook it. I had a discussion with my agent. Because things were being said, and I wanted to get an update. And I told him, I said, I want to stay here. As I said a second ago, I wanted to stay here. To know, not knowing where things would go, less than, 4 hours later that, you get called in the middle of your BP session. But the funny thing was before that, I saw Ben walk by on the field, and I saw our assistant GM walk by Mike, and, I kind of, sense, you sense something. You sense kind of that thing, that, I guess, as you said, being around the game long enough, and, having to walk by, and then less than, 2 minutes later, getting called out of BP. As when you walk in, you say to yourself, what could be going on, what's the situation, or, what's going to happen. You only hope that, you get traded to a contender or traded to somewhere where you get that opportunity to make a playoff run. But for me, I think it's, going to Anaheim, going back to the West Coast, as I said, being close to home. That's the kind of things that remain positive in my mind. But as I said, it's not that simple. I am what I am, and I am who I am. I'm bred one way, and that's, I want to win, and I wanted to win another one here. I wanted to win, period, and be with these guys. But, last couple of years have been tough. I mean, obviously not only for us as players, but, fans and ownership and, the city. But let's not forget, the good things and, what I witnessed in my time here is that they don't want to stay in the dollar for long. And that's the thing that always, I've always had respect about the Red Sox, even from afar, is that every year they try to produce great teams and try to go out there and produce, teams that this fan base loves. And as I said, having that opportunity to be a part of it, obviously 2 years that we didn't expect, and never had, hopes of being where we are or where we, what happened, obviously. But hey, we're all part of, growing up and through the process. We all, these kind of things, and one of my teammates said, hey, everything's happened for a reason. And that's the kind of stuff that I try to, take in and soak in and understand that kind of moment. that's my answer. I mean, my tears of, these are tears of joy. Understandably so. Think about a song, as an athlete. To have a city sing it, kind of be that song. It's something I'll never forget. Say I think when I go to Anaheim, I'm gonna have to change it. for the sake of the respect of, Red Sox Nation. I think the fans of this region, fell in love with the song. I think that, as I said, it means a lot, not only to myself, but, my family, my friends that were here to witness it. Oh, this sucks. It's just one of those things you bite down and you try to move on. But yeah, I mean, that song will always be remembered. All the messages or all the things that are being said it's always that hashtag at the end of it. So yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that you'll never forget. I think the bigger moment for me, any kind of highlight that I'll ever get to watch as a Red Sox player, that song's probably going to be in the background or being chanted. While I'm getting introduced, you hear the fans singing the song. I hope they never forget that song. I know I'll never forget that song, but I think I'm probably going to change when I get to Anaheim. It's going to be something by Bob Marley. I have a song that I was actually about to change this year for a little bit, but I said I better not. But it's going to be a good one. I think that hopefully that'll it's called. I'll let you guys we'll you guys get to hear it. It's by Bob. It's a Bob Marley song, but it's going to be something that I think it's uplifting, and hopefully the West Coast fans get to enjoy it as much as the fans did here in Boston, and not only Boston but in Fenway Park.